now. Alright, that's weird. Alright, well, we're back. I don't know what happened to the broadcast, but it seems back now. And we are 3 minutes and 22 seconds in right now. Know exactly what happened here, but we're gonna as we see Stas getting a little wild there. We're gonna take a look at Daniel Mezaroba. Leather Addy. And we have hella traffic here. We are on board with Kingsville, who is on a flyer. Jasper's also on a flyer. Kingsville goes off track there. He's gonna have to jump back into the pits. See if Jasper can beat the best time he puts down. He puts himself into second place at the 54.33. We are gonna have a very tight quality as this track's qualifying laps are about 53 seconds. Try and see who we can find here on a fast lap. Like a lot. We'll just jump on board with Waller here. He's going to start a flying lap here. See some cones in the road. It's gonna be someone overshooting turn 3. Makes absolutely every use of that corner. As he makes his way through the traffic, this does seem to be the best place to let cars go by. Gets that turn in nice and early as he makes his way over that crest, stays in 6th gear over that. And we're going to see Waller jump into first place only by 1/100th of a second. 0.008. Then we're going to have 0.311 to Jasper in third. Is getting himself ready for a flying lap. Jasper, I believe, is on a flying lap now. Let's take a look. He's got 2 greens and, of course, the 2 yellow sectors there. He's not gonna see, I don't believe, any improvement in that lap there. About a 10th off of his best time. Right now comes across the line. I did not get a chance to do a quali lap, but I did know that that car was very fast, even with just, look at how much those tires are moving coming across them. We'll actually jump on board. See, Alex took his lap here. See if she last. Get 55. See what he had going on here. Hey. There we go. Take a look at Alex flying lap from his fastest current. Oh, using every bit of curb coming up over that. That is horrifying. Flying over that curb in complete control of that car. As he makes his way down the straight into the chicane, as we see cars pulling over to allow him to go by. At this point, we are just hitting the 10-minute point of qualifying, which means we're going to see anybody outside of the top 10 drop. And we've got a good amount of people here tonight. This should be a great race. On board with Jasper, who is not quite on a flyer, but we see Lee coming through. Got himself in 9th place. Our current leaderboard at this moment, oops, going to be Stas Pugachev, Jeffrey Lawler in 2nd. We've got Daniel Meseroba in 3rd. We have Eric Fenson in 4th, Jasper Van Gruthis in 5th place, with Alec Cliff in 6th place. We've got Nicholas Kingswell in 7th. We've got Turner in 8th, Evan Alexander in 9th, and Willie Atkins in place. I believe we should see we outside the top 10. We're going to if you are out of qualifying, please pull your car out of the pits to make it easier for me, the broadcaster. Thank you. Check on Daniel, who currently has the fastest lap. We'll take a look at that lap here. As you can see how much he's opening that turn 1 up right there. Eating every bit, and he even has to navigate traffic on his fastest lap. That is absolute insanity. Makes his way through Jasper. Doesn't look like he lifted a micrometer. Well, we currently have Stas Pugachev is our pole sitter provisionally. Dropped himself into the 53s, and he is 200ths ahead of Lawler. Trying to see who we got on flying laps. Alex Alec maybe on a flyer here. Making his way down the S and up into that awkward 5. And we can see Alec run a little bit wide there. Turner, who I believe is flying. Potentially, yes. He's got 2 green sectors. Is that enough to improve? He's in 7th. And Alec dropped down to 8th. Jasper was up in 3rd place, but back by well. That's where is it? Not on a flyer anymore. Unless we are on a replay, which I don't think we are. Something's not quite right there. Jump aboard with Daniel, who I believe that will not be the start of this climb. And Kingsville runs into the cones. Got Evan Alexander. And then we've got Willie, who is still in the hunt here. We've got everyone is within about 1 second of the pole position. On a 53-second. Got Ethan Turner, a black flag, probably entering the pits. Potentially, except maybe happy with his current time and just practicing into the pits. Don't know. And we're looking for green sectors on that scoreboard down on the bottom. Find someone setting green sectors. Evan Alexander appears to be for himself. Bass has been overtaken by Lawler. Unable to answer that. Let's take a look at that lap here. This one right here. Current pole sitting lap here of 53.71. Got about 700 gas. As Kingsville does well to move out of his way as he comes around. Makes use of every single bit of that curbing. And gets to the line. That extremely fast. 53.71. And again, we're going to be looking here. Take a look at Kingsville's fastest lap is at 0. using every bit of track. I don't know how that's not an off track, but this track it is not. And we are down to 1 minute and 25 seconds in qualifying, so you've got to be getting out of the pits just about now to ensure that with traffic, getting the opportunity to get that lap in. And we are live on board, looking for some fast sectors. Happy with his 8th place positioning here. Who do we have? Who do we have in the chat watching? We have the Hinchcliffs. Have they made their way in yet? I've heard we've got a special occasion here today for the Hinchcliff family. And Ethan Turner across the line, unable to move himself up. Willie is going to be coming across the line, starting a flying lap. Got Lawler still in provisional P1. You need to cross the line now in order to get another lap. Willie is going to be in some dirty air from Kingsville. What appears to be flying right now. And Willie may just have had to take an off track there. Oh, what happened? Really looked to be on a fast lap. The Hinchcliffs are here. Alright. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I was told that it is John's birthday here. So we're going to wish a happy birthday to Happy birthday, John. Thank you guys for, as always, tuning into the races. And this is going to be Daniel Mezaroba coming across the line. We're going to have a 5-minute warm-up here, and I will bring up the results of the qualifying. Going to have a 18-person grid here. I do think. As soon as our results come get you're not at I'd always say.
Alrighty, everybody. So I just want to give
This is going to be our grid tonight. We've got Jeffrey Lawler in provisional pole, Stas Pugachev in second, Nicholas Kingswell in third, taking the top 3, and closing out the front 2 rows is Daniel Mezaroba. We should hopefully have a couple more that did not put quality times down out on the grid, but we're going to step away before the start of this race. Start in about 5 minutes, and we're gonna get into it. That's not most exciting. That is not most exciting. Timing tower here. And the track has warmed up a little bit here. Let's go, guys. We are here in Atlanta. We are ready to race. We are about to be hitting the grid here. We're gonna have, I believe, 18 cars on this track and a wonderful time. Get to the grid and what these drivers have in store for us tonight. One thing we haven't talked about is the start. This could be precarious with the way the track drifts off at the start. So we're going to be seeing some cars that have to start this car essentially on a slight turn. And this is going to present a very interesting recruiting here. We've got about 1 minute to go. We're gonna try and get a nice new angle here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red bulbs, and they are now green. We are off to the races. Looks like the cars have managed to do a pretty good job here. Well, getting away. We've got Kingswell getting spun, and that's gonna see A car flipping up through the air. Looks like Stas Pugachev has gone up into the air. Not a good start. We can hear another car that looks like Daniel Mizaroba going off the track here. Let's try and get up to grips with what's happened here at the start so far. We see Alec, Daniel, and Stas in the pits. Oh, man. That is an unfortunate start. We've got Jasper, the yellow flag, and Evan. Those are cleared. Got a black flag here for Frankie. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe jumping the start. Baller up in front is already established over a 2-second gap to the car behind him. We've got Eric Fenson in second, Ethan Turner in third, Jasper Van Groothies in fourth, Frankie Frankicha in fifth, Evan Alexander in sixth, Adam McDonald seventh, Philip Allen in eighth, Kingswell in ninth, and Samuel Wilson in 10th to round out the top 10 for now. And we can see, looks like 2 cars did not make the start along with myself. I am broadcasting. But we've got 3 cars that have had the tow, and that tow is going to be absolutely brutal. We had a bit of an incident, it looks like, at the start. Go ahead and jump back to the start of this here. Actually not sure what happened with Alex. Alex came around and saw smoke, and that caused that. Prior to that, we had, I think, Kingswell. Maybe Kingswell coming around turn 1 on those hard tires. And that sees Stas getting caught up and absolutely launched into the air. And we're going to have to see that from Stas's angle, because that was absolutely wild. Alright, I hope nobody ate too much food before this, because this is going to get flippy. Wow. God, that makes me want to get... That makes me sick. We'll do that one more time and then we'll jump back into the action here. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that car flipping. It doesn't stop. And wisely, a couple cars just duck out of the way. But what a massive, insane wreck at the start of this race. We're gonna get back to live here. And we are on board with Evan Alexander. And jumping back on board with Willie Gomez. So let's try and kind of keep an eye on what's going on here. We've got Adam McDonald. Alright, let's see. So we've got Jeffrey Lawler up at the front. We've got 4.5 seconds second place, who's Eric Benson. With about 2.5 seconds to Ethan Turner. And then we've got Jasper in 4th, Adam in 5th, and just behind Adam is Evan Heath. Within DRS range, if he can hold it, which he should have it on this straightaway. Then Kingswell in 7th. We still have Stas in the pits. May not see Stas back out on the track. But if we talk about, got Mike Whitson just jumping to the pits. So looking at the tire situation, we've got 2 people on hards. One of them coming into the pits now. Possible front damage? See if there was an issue had. Does almost look like there's damage on that car, but could be wrong. Wrong. The car seems to be fine. This is gonna be Kingswell trying to chase down Frankie. Frankie is about a second off of Wilson. Probably not getting DRS here. Up there at the end of the straight. I believe the only DRS zone is on the long straight. Frankie and Samuel here battling it out. Frankie is in front of him now. I'm not sure why King can't fire. Lap 5. Lose about 28 seconds. Overall, I would say, doing a full pit here. Mike Whitson is out of the. This is going to be a very frustrating track to be a lapped car on. It has not got a lot of room to get out of the way in a lot of places. Definitely cause some frustration. It may actually cause issues here. As we see Kingswell with more pace than the car in front of him, and he's going around the outside of Samuel there. And Samuel's got Daniel Mizaroba, who is a lapped car, is going to have to tuck in behind him. Does appear to be a little bit of a pace difference here. Daniel's going to gladly take this DRS, get a better exit. Gets a little squirrely there, but he will get DRS. And should be able to get past, even though he's a lapped car. If you have pace and can maintain it over the car in front of you, you're more than welcome to do this, but you have to be confident that you are indeed faster. We've got a battle here for second and third place here. So it'll be interesting to see if Kingswell tries to take those tires mediums all the way to the end. He's gonna have to if he wants any chance of winning. Ooh, as we see Ethan Turner, we've got a lot of E names in here. Ethan, Eric, Evan. That's a lot. But we can see there, Ethan got a little bit greedy. We're gonna jump back with Billy, who looks to be chasing down Philip Allen. What game? iRacing, baby. And we're gonna jump also back, see if Willie can get this pass done. Philip, actually, pass done. No, I'm sorry. Okay. My live timing. We've got Frankicha. That's what we're going with on it, Frankicha. It almost sounds like that name, Frankito from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We've got a couple battles across the track here. Philip Allen doing the best he can to hold Willie Atkinson back. And a little bit behind. There's been some separation. Kingswell and Frankie get past. Gomez here. Okay, that's gonna be him letting him. And we've got everybody but P2 on medium tires right now. We've seen some people pit and early in the race those medium tires as well. So they may be able to take those medium tires all the way to the end of this race, even through 56 laps of this. It's going to be under an hour for this race. These are very fast laps. You can see our leader running 56.493 for his best lap. His last lap being a 57.49. And we're gonna see lapping occur very frequently, and it's just gonna get worse and worse for those that are lapped because of how short this track is. Every time a blue flag comes up, they basically have to slow their pace down, take themselves out of the rhythm that they've tried to find, and then pull over and let the car behind them go. And any sort of move can be very risky, even if you think you've got the pace. You need to have a significant pace difference. As we see a dive here from Nicholas Kingswell onto Frankie there. Very nice move. Very nice move. And we see Kingswell here. He's got Mike Whitson in front. He's going to be looking to get past him. Mike Whitson moves out of the way as quick as possible. Again, there's not really much time to move there as you move through those S's. But as you get towards this back straight, Kingswell's going to be hoping that he's within a second of that car ahead. I believe he is, so we should see this rear wing pop open there. Maybe not. Maybe he gained that time with a better exit. But Mike is going to get that benefit of DRS, as well as Frankie behind him. We do have Phillip going off there, it looks like. And we've got Lawler up at the front by 15 seconds. We see Eric Fenson having an issue here. Let's get a replay on that here. Looks like he just gets a little bit excited on the throttle coming out of these two right-handers. And yeah, just a little happy on the throttle. Has to straighten it up. Oh, and does a full 540 basically. Or he does like a 450 out of that. All right, well that is going to shake things up. He's got those. Ooh, as we see our next second place driver have a little bit of an issue there as well. Getting a little happy on that throttle, but manages to save it pretty damn well. Saves that pretty damn well. I'll do say so. Jasper finds himself in a beneficiary position right up there in this battle we've got for second place. Ethan Turner just in front of Jasper, who has got Adam McDonald just over a second behind. So Jasper's going to be looking to keep this DRS and see what he can get done. Jasper just needs to have a clean race here. We're not going to focus on him so we don't commentate or curse him too much. But Jasper just needs to keep doing what he's been doing. He's been running a good race. Check on Eric here, who is a part of this. Kingswell is a little bit back as far as, and as well as Willie is, but we've got 4 cars within about 3.5 seconds here. And now we're gonna see cars make it through the chicane here. Ooh, almost maybe a little contact there as we see Wilson trying to get out of the way. That's gonna lead to, oh man. Gonna go ahead and let iRacing take over while we've got 4 cars battling for second place here. Eric Fenson gets past McDonald for P4. This is a pretty tight battle here for second place. Gonna be DRS earned here. And fakes us a little move down the inside, just a little bit of a shuffle, headed into that braking zone. Nothing crazy, just enough to try and take Jasper's eyes off the road. Looks like a little bit better run down here. Not willing to send it down the inside. It's Fenson. As we are on board with Fenson here. And then behind is going to be Adam McDonald. And I'm just gonna let the racing do its own talking here. This is beautiful racing. We've got 3 cars in a line here. Jasper's falling a little bit out of about 0.3 out of DRS range here. And Willie's gone off track and had to jump to pits, unfortunately. So we've got 7 cars on the lead lap here. And we see Jasper doing everything he can to hold on to that position. Gonna let Benson get side by side with DRS, so it's gonna be an easy pass down one of the longest straights, I would say, in iRacing outside of the Nürburgring. An absolutely massive straight. Lawler up front with that 26-second gap, just making himself comfortable. we've got a car coming out of the pit lane here. They're gonna have to be very careful. We're on board here with Adam McDonald in this little three-party train. And Ethan Turner doing a good job of holding that second position, but has fallen into DRS range. So we may see a little shakeup here. Jasper getting a little greasy on those tires. May need to consider coming in and getting those things off, but he's got to take those mediums a little bit longer, I think. As we battle for second here, there is not much between these drivers. We have a lapped car doing a good job getting out of the way. Benson is right up behind Turner. Jasper falling a little bit behind, but nothing crazy, especially if these two start fighting. And we are on just about to start lap 23 here. Lap 24 we are on, I'm sorry. Lawler comes across the line with that 29-second gap, just about. He may lap second place by the end of this race. 100% may. He is insanely fast, and these lap times are very consistent. Let's actually look at them. We're going to use iRacing. He has got 56s and low 57s on pretty much every single lap here. Running an outstandingly consistent pace here. As we're back on board with Fence, and Jasper's got to slow down. And as we see Fenson go wide, Turner jumps back in front. And that's going to see Turner get in the pass due to that deep entry by Fenson and getting DRS. So he's not going to offer up as much slipstream as he would. And he's going to have a lot less drag. And we've got Jasper. Looks like had an incident. Take a look and see what might have happened there. You see Adam and Jasper on the straight, seemingly coming into each other. I'm not sure what that was. It seemingly drove into him on the straight. But that is unfortunate for Jasper, who was running an absolutely fantastic race. Now sees himself having to tow the car. We're back on board with Fenson, who is holding Ethan Turner off. Kingswell has found himself up into fourth. Adam McDonald, I believe, has had to come into the pits as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current pit strategy. We've still yet to see our top three come in. So if we look at fourth place on down, Kingswell came in for those mediums on lap 6, I believe. We get to see Frankie come into the pits. He's in 5th. Adam McDonald just came into the pits. Alexander into the pits. That is a very precarious place to let people pass. And this is Fenson getting his way past Willie's. He's looking to hold back. This is going to be Evan Alexander looking to chase down Adam McDonald, who looks to have a little bit of pace. They just come out of the pits on some fresh tires. Does find himself a lap down. But like I said, I believe we may see everybody get lapped here tonight, other than the leader, if Lawler can hold on to this pace that he has. Lawler's got himself a 32-second gap. He's on lap 28 here, just about to start lap 29. Eric Fenson in second place. Third place, a second and a half behind him. And then we've got about a 15-second gap to Kingswell behind, who has been showing good pace despite being on some pretty old medium tires. Considering the circumstance, about 24 laps old now. And we're going to be on board here with our leader. He's making his way past the lap car, so we will jump on board with Jasper, who's looking to get past Willie's Gomez, and this is a battle for position, and Willie's just goes right off track. Jasper on those hard tires, I believe he was on mediums, not quite feeling confident in running the softs for that many laps, almost just over half of them. I think you could do it, but they would definitely struggle towards the end of this race. So Jasper gets by him there. We'll jump back on board with our leader here, who I would say he needs to do a tear off, but it's not him, it's iRacing, and it won't let me do a tear off for him. So we'll go to the gyro view. How about that? Lawler very comfortably putting down a 56.820. Not a tire placed out of place. Daniel Meseroba holding the fastest lap, but he did pit for some softs. So we'll see what Lawler has pace-wise. I would imagine we're going to see him start getting close to the 54s, if not into them, which is basically quality pace at that point. Once he pits for soft tires, which I imagine we'll see by lap 35 or so, maybe 40. He'll probably just run it until he sees either the guys behind him pit, and you know he's saving tires right now. And Willie managed to get himself past Willie's Gomez. Like Willie's just pulled over. Or Willie. As we're on board with Daniel Meseroba, who's chasing down Philip Allen. This is a battle for position. However, there is a car lap ahead in front and behind these two drivers. Daniel definitely appears to have the pace. Gonna need to just be a little patient. Maybe just wait till after these two right-handers and get some DRS and just fly off into the distance. Would be the wisest choice. I think the detection zone is... Actually, not sure where the detection zone is. Let's find out. where it is. There's usually a line on the track. Interesting. Okay. Well, what we can do is... let's see. We need a battle somewhere where there's going to be some DRS. We'll just watch Lawler here. How about that? And Alec's going to be having a black flag. He's going to have to come in. And he is serving that black flag right now. We've got 4 cars on the lead lap. Kingswell is only about 5 seconds up the road from Lawler right now. There's a car off. We see Kingswell off. Let's check and see what happened to Kingswell here. Gets a little loose and just eats that curb wrong. That is all too easy to do. All too easy to do. And we do not have many battles here. Everyone is very split up in this very short track for these cars. Going to be fencing on those hard tires. Almost think he could come off of those here, but he's comfortably sitting just about 8 seconds in front of Ethan Turner. It seems like Ethan may be feeling some effects of those mediums falling off. Go ahead, and we see just about everybody outside of our top 3. Yeah, everybody outside of the top 3 has gotten a pit in. So we'll be curious to see. Whoa, what did we do there? Sorry about that. Kingswell is towed into the pits. That may be all we see. Let's see. We can figure out who is not racing. Like P14 back are no longer racing. Kingswell may be done. We'll see there. Willie had an issue with packet loss of the bike, so that's unfortunate. Gonna be fencing, chasing down Frankie. Could get DRS there. Oh, wait, we might be able, if he gets DRS, we'll go back and... yeah, let's figure out when he got it. No way it's right there. It is right there. That's crazy. You earned DRS for the straight right there. Okay. You learned something new. Every time we see a thanks, we have to check to make sure it's not sarcastic. And here comes Lawler into the pits with those mediums. And like I said, I predicted by lap 40 he would come in between 35 and 40. For those soft tires. Thought he might wait, to be honest, for the guys behind him, but he's got a big enough gap that he will come out in front of them. It's only about a 28-second loss. And we should see hards go or softs going on, and there they are. And Lawler's going to come out into clean air here. And again, yeah, about a 30 something second gap. And yeah, about 27, 28 seconds there. And he's got these soft tires on, so we'll see what he can do. This will be his out lap, get some warmth in these tires here. And so that puts Lawler at 37 laps on mediums. And so we're gonna have to see Benson come in. Not that it's that huge. We've seen Turner just come in that lap as well. Benson probably should have just come in for those soft tires when he heard that the leader was pitting. But has still yet. Now he's gonna come in here. Should still maintain that second position by about 10 seconds, I believe. Or maybe more than that, I'm sorry. I don't remember the exact number he was at when he pitted. And this is going to be Fenson coming out here. Yeah, with about a 9-second gap here. He's got Kingswell behind him, it looks like. And Fenson went to mediums. That is actually strange. That is not what I expected at all. And I think that's going to be the icing on the cake for, I don't know why he went to mediums instead of soft tires. It's not a lot of laps left. Maybe he accidentally did that. I'm not sure. But that's going to see Ethan Turner with a potential advantage here. Things could get interesting here. Now that he's taken those mediums, the car that is only 8.5 seconds back is on softs. Only has to run 20-ish laps with those. So that's gonna be interesting. I think those softs are actually gonna last a lot longer than potentially anticipated. But we are seeing Ethan still about 9.5 seconds back. May have had an issue, not 100% sure, but definitely lost about 2 seconds there. Maybe on exit of corner. May have gotten a little greasy leaving the chicane or over the crest of that hill. This is Fenson sitting behind Kingswell, so he is. If he is slower with those mediums, Kingswell's kind of pulling him along as he is going to get DRS down this massive back straight into a massive braking zone, as we have about 15.5 laps here to go. Jeffrey Lawler up at the front, 42-second gap. He's put down a 55.691 as the best lap of the race. I think those laps are just going to continue to get faster and faster as the fuel falls out of that car. And Lawler in absolute massive traffic, but everyone seems to be moving out of the way for him pretty well. It looks like Ethan Turner just in front of him, who will probably move out of the way here, we would hope, as as he does, like you do. And just so much traffic to be navigated here at this track. You can see how many cars he would have just driven through that moved out of the way for him. Ethan Turner having a battle with Adam McDonald, who is just behind with DRS. Ethan did have to give up a little bit of pace, letting the leader by. He's going to be looking to stay with him and getting DRS. We've got Phillip Allen in 6th, who does have a black flag here, with Jasper behind and Daniel Mezaroba in tow as well. Jasper's going to go for the move down the inside, gets it done cleanly. Daniel drives through there as well, and Phil Allen's going to have to come serve that penalty, losing 6th place, dropping himself down into 8th. And Jasper's got a lot of work to do here with those hard tires. He's 17 laps deep on hards, and Daniel is on 5-lap old softs. And this is Fenson just staying in touch with Kingswell, grabbing DRS. And there goes Daniel with DRS down the inside. Gets the pass done. See if Jasper has a response, but it will be difficult with old hard tires against some fresh soft ones. And 3rd place is Adam McDonald, who is 20 seconds back of Eric, and Ethan is about 9 seconds back, or I'm sorry, 3 seconds back of Adam. But we may see a battle here. If Eric can keep it clean, he should be fine. And Lawler has lapped everybody but 2nd place. So we'll see. He's 41 seconds ahead of Eric. Got 14 laps to go, I believe. 14 and a half laps to go. Just no wrong placement of any tire. No wrong inputs. He's been flawless so far. Navigating traffic like an IMSA race. As he's got some clear air ahead of him. About 12 seconds to the car ahead, so he'll have some time to get some laps done before he has to deal with any traffic. Kingswell has jumped to the pits. And Daniel Mezaroba has entered the pits. Samuel Wilson has entered the pits. I'm not sure why Daniel has jumped into the pits. Looks like he has a black flag. Wilson behind him is also in why. 42-second gap between P2 and P1 here. And P3 is about 22 and a half seconds back. Samuel Wilson looks like he's grabbed himself a black flag as well. And Alex gonna have Adam McDonald right behind him. believe Adam's gonna get that DRS. And Philip may as well. It opens. Yep, both of them are gonna get that DRS. Come back and take a look and see what happened with Kingswell here. Like it's gonna be a classic case of this corner just biting it. Ouch. And we've got a couple black flags. Ethan Turner's got a black flag. That's gonna throw him into the pits, which is, I believe, gonna let Frankie on by. It is. And we're seeing black flags all over this track right now. 43.5-second gap from Lawler to second place. And we'll go ahead and get rid of the... Let's take a look at our weather, see if the track's done anything different. It's cooled down a little bit from the start. We were at about 31 Celsius during quali. It jumped up to 37 at the start of the race, and I think this cloud cover has helped to bring it down to that 33 Celsius. But we're also seeing the ambient temperature shift down a little bit as well, and that wind speed, I'm sorry, staying pretty consistent. Nothing major, nothing that you're gonna really feel with a wind that strong. And Adam McDonald has an 11-second gap, 11.5-second gap to P3 behind him. So many black flags, so many toes. It's just it's a very small track for the speed that these cars are going at. So and also not many places to get a good pass done. So we're seeing a lot of chaos here. But we are on lap 52 of 56 here tonight. And Eric Fenton doing a good job keeping that pace up on those medium tires. .56.7 on those mediums on his last lap. Last lap for Lawler was a 56.36. We're on board with Ethan Turner, who just made their way past Willie. That's what I thought it was. the 54th lap, so we are going to have 2.5 laps to go here now. And no really close battles on the track here, other than between oh my goodness gracious, what did we just tune into here? Willie is going deep here, stays ahead of Samuel, but that is a lot. We've got Lawler here managing to make his way through. Luckily didn't make any contact there. Got Jasper grabbing himself a black flag. What on earth just happened? As they just got extra gross in that chicane. Lawler dives to the inside. We see a car jump to the outside. Willie jumps inside, and that is absolutely wild. Very glad nothing insane happened there, as Lawler is chasing them down the straight. No real reason to battle the leader at this point. Not when you're the car ahead here. 5th place, 4th place, there's nowhere to be seen. 7th place is going to be ahead, and 6th place is behind them, so yeah, really, most of these positions are pretty locked in here. I was wrong on my prediction that Lawler would lap everyone but P2. Eric has done a great job so far holding that gap, and this is the last lap for Lawler. Daniel ahead of him is going to be trying to get one extra lap in, but this will be the deciding lap here for Lawler. Just has to navigate about 3 turns here. And you know he's not going to be holding back at all. Well, this is going to be our leader from start to finish, Jeffrey Lawler, taking the win here at Road Atlanta in this chaotic race. Gives us a little drifting. And almost a little love tap there. Eric Fenson, looks like they are... coming around down the back straight. Makes his way through the chicane. And takes that 2nd place. And stylishly spins it. Adam McDonald coming around. He is finished as well. And that is going to be our race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at Road Atlanta. Take a look at our results here. We've got Jeffrey Lawler in 1st place with Eric Fenson taking 2nd. Adam McDonald in 3rd with Frankie Franchica, yes. In 4th with Ethan Turner in 5th. Daniel Mezaroba in 6th. Jasper Van Groothuis taking 7th. Philip Allen in 8th. Willies Gomez in 9th. Alec Hinchcliffe in 10th. Willie Atkinson 11th. Samuel Wilson in 12th. Mike Whitson in 13th. Nicholas Kingswell 14th. Evan Alexander in 15th. And Stas Pugachov in 16th place. That does it for the race. Let's see if we can grab any of the drivers or an interview from our top players, Lawler, Fenson, or McDonald, which we are not seeing currently. So, looks like that may be it here for the stream tonight. We had a great race here. in Atlanta. And next time we will see you guys will be next Sunday. And hopefully our winners will be in Discord for the post race. But thank you guys for tuning in, and that is gonna be the night. We'll see you next Sunday. That is gonna be in Imola. And actually, we're gonna be off next week. I take it back. So we'll be here on the 14th at Imola, and then the week after, June 21st, the 10th round will be at Brazil. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a wonderful evening. Yeah, only 2 cars on the lead lap. Just absolutely nutty. And yeah, I thought Lawler was gonna get the full lap done on the whole pack, but Fenson, sorry, God, terrible names tonight. Fenson had some great pace to stay on that lead lap. But thank you to the Hinchcliffe Army. Happy birthday to John and the Hinchcliffe family. And thank you to everybody who tuned in. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified when these races go live. And we'll see